Hello, it's Justin Woodall with Iron Horse Property Management, and I just want to give you a quick rundown, kind of a year-end recap as we're close out 2024 and go into 2025. So attached to this email, you will find a newsletter and some additional information. So what's in that? What do you need to know? Just in a quick synopsis in this video here. Basically, we start out just kind of giving you an update on the Athens market, what we're seeing, what our expectations are for 2025, kind of what we're seeing with the rental market. And then there's a legislative update that kind of talks about the Safe at Home Act that was recently passed. It doesn't really affect our operations or change the way we do things, but we want to make you aware of it. And then there's some changes coming to heating and air coolant, HVAC coolant that's coming next year, just to make you aware of that. Again, not a big thing, but just something you need to know about. Some changes to our property management agreement. They're minor tweaks, just things that our council has recommended that we tweak and change in that agreement. The good news for you is we're not changing our fees, we're not raising anything. I'm constantly getting notices, it seems like, with the inflation that's going on, of how a lot of service companies are raising their charges, but we are not, so that's the good news. But just a few tweaks there, so review that. And lastly, just some important things to know, and I want to go ahead and mention those to you now. One, if you are planning to sell your property this year, we need to know. Oftentimes we renew leases 6 months in advance, and if you're planning to sell, it usually will sell better if we can sell it to an end user, an owner occupant, and in order to do that, we need to not renew the lease if that's what you wish. So let us know if you're planning on selling. On that same note, if you need to sell sooner rather than later, we do have some investors looking as well. So let us know. We may be able to put a deal together that way for you as well. If you're planning on buying and acquiring more property this upcoming year, let us know. Let us be involved in that process, whether you're working with one of our agents or somebody else, doesn't matter, involve us. What we found this year is we have new owners come to us, say, hey, I just bought this property and I need to get it rented. And then we start talking numbers and they say, oh, well, I thought it was gonna rent for $500 more per month. And it's like, no, that's not the market. And they don't know the market going in sometimes, or their agent gave them some bad advice. So involve us in the process, whether you're working with us or not, just so that we can make sure what you're buying is gonna make sense for you before you close on it. And then finally, we're offering a portfolio analysis. So if you're just kind of at the stage, you're like, hey, should I keep these properties? Should I sell them? Should I think about buying something different or exchanging into something different? If that would help you or benefit you, we're not charging for that, but we're certainly open to kind of analyzing your portfolio. Give you a quick example. An owner a few years back that owned one property, wasn't the best rental property. It was a great property, wasn't the best rental property, and she was able to sell that, exchange into 2 additional properties that were much easier to rent and rented for much more. So it increased her cash flow, and with very little or no extra money out of pocket. So it may be that you're in a situation you could do something similar to that too. If you want to explore that, reach out to us. Again, no charge for that. Hope you have a happy new year and a great 2025.